What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? We're live.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, with me is Leon, and I'm JT, host of Gamergate. What the fuck happenings? E3 Rise of GG.
And I do a bunch of live streams and gameplay and stuff like that. I haven't been doing much for gameplay over the last few months. I did a crappy Fallout video, but it was quickly done together, and I was doing it on the fly, and I was using Shadowplay. NVIDIA Shadowplay, which if you guys have an NVIDIA card like an EVGA, I heavily suggest it's one of the best things to use.
Yeah, I've been playing. I've been playing Fallout New Vegas right now.
Everybody is giving it a second chance, and I have to say that. And I have to say to a lot of people, don't pass judgment till you actually play the game. It's actually really Fallout New Vegas is actually a really good game. They put it as like, oh, I played Fallout 3, so New Vegas sucks, like that. They pass judgment on a game they haven't even played. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And plus, my New Vegas is ultra modded. You saw that thing. The video I did earlier was with Ruby's EMB. The video I did earlier was with Ruby's EMB. I went back to Dynamo. I went back to Dynamo EMB because it's a hell of a better mod. Or it's a better EMB. It's like a light present type of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you need to have like a weather patch on and stuff, like weather mod.
I gotta show you something. It's so funny. It's ridiculous. You're gonna freak out about it.
Oh my god. Not as bad as what we went through today. I can't go into detail what happened today, but yeah. Oh my god. Who? What the hell? Did somebody don't tell me that's actually
I was funny as hell.
Give me Bennett.
Oh man, it's so funny as hell. Someone posted that on freaking. Oh man, it seems there's porn parody of her, and it almost looks like Zoe Quinn. And I'm looking at it, going like, "What the hell happened?" Yes, there is a porn of Zoe Quinn, and it looks like a parody of her. It almost looks like she has the purple hair and everything. And she has the glasses. I'm like, is this a parody of her? I'm looking at it going like, what the hell? Yeah, right now, we're away. I'm just looking at this going like, what the hell?
Okay, I'm back. My mom called me out to say, hey, did you see this Family Guy clip? She never even watches the show, and it was like how Family Guy predicted Bruce Jenner turned into a woman. Yeah, it was from back in 2009 where it's like, where Stewie says, I'm surprised that he even came out of Bruce Jenner's vagina. And he's like, Bruce Jenner's a man. She's like, no, it's a woman. Like that. Yeah, and yeah, it's like, holy shit, that was just, yeah, and they've done others about that, but yeah.
Yeah, confirmed there's a Zoe Quinn porn.
It was Zoe Quinn?
It almost looks like her.
Is that an impersonator? Because oh my god, Zoe.
It almost looks like her.
I cannot believe I jumped onto. I cannot believe I just went onto X Hamster. I use Google. Oh my god. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It appears that there is a porn called Zoe Blow.
Oh.
And I'm looking at it going like, is that Zoe Quinn? Or just some parody of her? And I'm like looking at it going like, what the hell?
Well, guess what? One of the antis did or not. I don't think she's really an anti. I've never seen her on the anti side. The mattress girl that ran around campus with the mattress. She decided to challenge Mercedes Carrera seated on She tried to challenge Mercedes Carrera on that seat.
You know what? She won for Best Actress in a Porn.
Who, Mercedes?
No, the other girl.
Really? Mattress Girl?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Batman's saying in the comments they're giggling at porn. Oh my god. Batman,
we're looking at Zoe. We think
you gotta be kidding me, Batman.
we're not joking. We saw some video that someone posted on GG Revolt of Zoe Quinn, and it's
I am trying to get that out of my head now. Thanks a lot.
yeah. We watched it in horror of watching Zoe Quinn give a blowjob.
Oh my god. I like what I just saw like okay, I saw like 5 seconds. It's like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, and you notice the hair and everything and the glasses, and it almost looks like Zoe Quinn.
There are a lot of weird people that dress up like that, so I'm not sure. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I try to get that out of my head now. Okay, so there's a lot that's been happening this week. I covered a lot of it on my thing, on my channels, on all of the streams I did.
And also the fact that I found out IA is doing a live stream, which I was planning to do.
I have Bethesda still locked in. I'm still going to do Bethesda. That's one that I want to cover because
I wanted to mock. That was my idea, to mock.
You can mock them. I wanted to talk about the Bethesda things and
yeah,
I wanted to do a few jabs at Adam Sessler.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
because I wanted to get jabs at his bald head, for Christ's sakes.
No, I just want to see Morgan look over at him in disgust.
Yeah, because she's like looking at him like, dude,
you lost.
Stop. No, dude. Stop using crack again. Seriously, stop. Stop using the crack.
I think that's why they're together.
Too much cocaine.
I think she's trying to separate him from Zoe Quinn's crew.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at this because it's just ridiculous enough that IA wants to do a live stream, and he said he doesn't want to be a part of the whole thing, but he's going to do his own thing, which is fine.
So you know what? We have our loyal viewers that are watching right now.
Yeah, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. It's crazy, and it's funny enough that we all enjoyed ourselves trying to do some funny stuff.
I want to see if hashtag full Sessler will emerge, is what Batman just said.
It probably would on E3. Hashtag full Sessler. Or we can say full bald Sessler.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Adam, Morgan still has her head together. I've been looking at her Twitter. She still has her head together.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Zoe. I'm like, I could have swore this looks like Zoe, but it's just.
I'm not gonna go any further. That's just a stupid little thing, and we came
I'm looking at it going like the earrings and everything almost looks like her, because looking at the porn, it just ridiculous, especially the purple hair.
Yeah, yeah.
And the glasses, it just almost looks
there's
like her.
There's a YouTuber. I'm gonna try to see if I can find her. She does Pokemon videos and stuff like that. That's why I follow her. But I'm gonna show you her Twitter account, and you be the judge. Just seeing how she almost looks like a younger Zoe Quinn, almost, but less freaky. But I'll put her link in there. Her name's Tamashi Hiroka.
Tamashi Hiroka.
Yeah. She's a feminist, but I'm not really sure about her. She hasn't really said anything about Gamergate, so I can't really say anything bad about this kid.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
No, but I'm just saying. But this right here is a proof that she sort of looks like Zoe Quinn. She has pink hair and everything.
Speaking of which, guess what's going on with Lee Alexander?
What did that psycho do this time?
Lee Alexander right now is attacking Anne Rice over the whole
dumbass.
Yeah.
Dumbass. dumbass.
I think Anne Rice is baiting these people.
Oh man, I think Anne Rice has working with C.H. Summers. I really do, because there could be no way in hell Anne Rice would be jumping into this immediately without knowing
I know,
about this.
and the thing is that she basically was trying so hard to defend this. She should have backed down.
Who? Leigh Alexander, Randy Harper.
Yes, and let it slide. Just let them punches roll like they always do. Block people, but instead they go after someone that has like millions of books sold and has lots of money. Yep. I don't think they want to challenge that. It's just freaking crazy. It's like they just don't get it.
Nope, they don't get it. They're just dumbasses, in my opinion.
I know, especially Mattress Girl.
Oh man.
I just can't believe what Mattress Girl did. She made a porn video.
Now she's competing for Best Actress in the category against Mercedes. I think that's why she did it. Really, it was just to compete against Mercedes.
I know. I was looking at that, going like,
I saw it. Now I was like skimming through clips, because I'm not really into the adult films like I used to when I was like a teenager. But I was like looking through this, and I was like, okay, I'm skimming through this. So I started skimming through. It's like, holy shit, what the hell did I just watch? This is not rape. It's, oh my god, and
it's a porno. It's a bad porno.
Oh man.
I'm looking at that video, especially the guy who did the "Just Do It" thing. It was just a small little clip.
Oh man, post that to me. I want to see it.
It was funny because he was like, "Just do it,
just do it." Yes. I'm waiting for someone to like, you know what? After E3 comes out, I'm waiting for them to do a stream.
I think Zoe Quinn's gonna ask people to block that video.
Why?
Because it almost looks like her. I swear to God. I'm looking at it going like, oh my god, that looks like Zoe Quinn giving a blowjob.
She's done stuff like, I wouldn't be surprised because she's done stuff like that in the past.
Because this is uploaded on Hamster Chat, and I'm like looking at it going like, is this Zoe Quinn?
Yeah, all I have to say is this. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Zoe Quinn, because she's done stuff like this in the past. So the woman wants attention no matter what.
I'm looking at it like,
attention. She faked harassment so many times just so she could get her game out there.
Yeah, there's gonna probably be dank memes on this video after you watch the porn. It's already on. It's on GG Revolt on 8chan.
I don't give a care about the porn anymore, so I don't give a care about it. But I want to know that Shia LaBeouf thing. Where's that at?
Oh, let me show you. Let me see if I can find it.
I want to see that. I don't give a shit about what Zoe Quinn went through or something, or what that woman looked just like Zoe Quinn. I don't give a care about that. What I care about is what's going on, what Mattress Girl did, and not really because she's a dumbass who lied about everything about it. She's a proven liar, in my opinion, and she tried to shame a guy for virtually nothing. If she was sexually assaulted, then yeah, that guy's a
let me find it, because I need
what she did, if it was genuine or even if it wasn't genuine, was wrong.
No, it's not like, this is just ridiculous, though.
The social justice movement, it's just getting out of hand, and they're starting to slowly, more and more lose respect.
I know.
Saw that, and there was a Twitter fight today. I can't go into any discussion about what that me, Lisa, and Andre Doll and DSU Sex got into, but yeah, these people are blind crazy that'll shout out racist in every direction. Not mentioning like my name, but I'm just saying.
Here's the thing.
Fight and, yeah,
they don't know who you are.
No,
that's just that they don't know who you are. They basically just say that you're racist because they just want to shame you.
It's a buzzword for these people. It's like they just think, you know what? I think I'm better than everybody else, so I'll just call everybody out there a racist.
Here you go.
Okay. There it is. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, oh my God. It got like right in the middle of the video.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh my God. I don't even you're like don't even have the audio going now, trust me. Yes, he has been at it in Okay. All right. What I have to say about that is what the hell? All I have to say is what the hell? Only on 8chan. Could I ask you something? Why did Shia LaBeouf put that in green screen anyway?
I guess it's because I think he wants everyone to make it.
The guy is freaking popular on the internet. I mean, if it wasn't like that music video Lost to Carts, that Sia video that he did a while ago with the little girl in the cage, stuff like that he's been doing. It's like this guy and Shia LaBeouf as a cannibal. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, MXR did his own.
It's kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame that he got caught for plagiarism. And he said, "I'm not." And then he put that bag over his head, saying, "I'm no longer famous." I'm like, I don't really care, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You made some okay movies. It's not like it's gonna affect you. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. You should just
you know what? There are celebrities that make even worse mistakes than you. So all I have to say is, yeah.
It's like I think he was trying to do a performance art or something like that.
Yeah, I'm expecting that to be on E3. A lot of that is going to end up on E3 to just do it. Some of the videos from E3, any video out there, video editor out there, do it for E3. Just do it.
Yes, and if you see Mattress Girl, just do it.
Don't, please don't. For everyone's health out there, don't.
If you see,
I'm just saying,
pick and choose your Mattress Girl lightly.
Just don't do it.
Mattress Girl.
Okay, let's get out of the topic of that one. That one's
okay. I know. I thought it was funny as hell when
I know it was funny as hell, but it's like, what the hell is going on here? And then Shia LaBeouf. You know what?
All right. Here's another topic. We'll go ahead and change if you want to continue.
Okay. Oh man, I'm getting a little disturbed here. It's like, oh man,
just do it.
Yes, just do it.
Just do it now. Do it now.
Shia LaBeouf.
You
know what? That guy is getting to be an internet meme.
I know he's becoming an internet meme. So is Splatoon.
Oh man.
It's becoming an internet meme, so it wouldn't matter either way because they're just do it. Nikes.
Yeah, but with Shia LaBeouf, he's doing everything right. He's doing videos and stuff. Like Shia LaBeouf is a cannibal, where they have that like Broadway performance, and then it just shows at the ending he's the only one in the theater and he's clapping.
Yeah, I was drinking Blue Moon, white IPA.
Oh man,
stuff is good.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll change the subject here to something else. Did you hear what happened?
To who?
William Usher announced that they're going to look into the possible emails of the Game Journal pros, and they suspect that Kickstarter. They suspect that they were getting journalists were getting kickbacks from Kickstarter.
Oh man, jeez. I don't get why. I don't get it.
It's probably true, but we don't know.
Oh man, I am even more disgusted now than I had been before. I mean, come on now. These people are already as corrupt as hell, but now they're even getting more corrupt.
Yeah, well, you can't blame them. They probably just want more money off of this.
And they keep trying to like get money out of us, and when we stop focusing on them and everybody sees that and stuff, and people are like, these people are crazy. Why did I even listen to them for the longest time? And they just leave. They just move away from that, and they just go for they go and watch something else. It's just like, what's going to happen to them? They're not going to get any. Their Patreons are probably already out of money, and their patrons probably getting not much money anymore, and they're going to try to kick them into the controversy. And people are like, I looked into this now. I actually did information on this. Who are their benefactors? That's what I want to know. Who are their benefactors? And why would they waste money on them? Like Anita Sarkeesian for at one time got $100,000 a month. Brianna Wu, Zoe Quinn, yeah, they're getting a lot of money a month, but now they're getting nothing.
I know it's just ridiculous, and it's just looking at that, looking at this is just like, what the hell are they getting off of this?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. I'm going to see that video. I told you MXR did a video on actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. I'm going to see if I can find that one. There it is. Yep, it's here. Here, I'll put in the thing for you. There you go. I'll put the end part right there. All you have to do is just youtube.com and then paste this at the ending of it, because I can't put an actual link in the live chat, so everybody, if they want to see it, video I'm talking about. So there you guys go if you want to see it. That's the video I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I was like, Michael's pissed off at me.
Why?
Because I posted that video.
The what?
That video that I did of Zoe that almost looks like Zoe.
Oh man, I would be careful on that.
I know.
I wouldn't. And this is a little reminder to everybody out there when it comes to like seeing like pornographic things and stuff like that. I wouldn't actively post that on I mean, if it's like if it's just friends. Like
I can't show it to you guys, but it's just all I gotta say. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is very ridiculous.
Because it's just weird how they did that video, and I was like looking at it. Mm-hmm. Especially Zoe Quinn's video. I'm sorry that I showed that to you, man, but it just looked like
I tried getting that out of my head, but I'll get out of my head by watching more messed up things. You saw this video that I posted?
Yeah, yeah. Let me see.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, hold on.
He's following you about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere. Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife in Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods, Shia LaBeouf. Cheating on the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. But you're hopelessly lost yourself. Stranded with a murderer, you creep silently through the underbrush. Aha! In the distance, a small cottage with a light up. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg! Ah! It's caught in a bear trap! Tying off your leg. Living to the cottage. Now you're on the doorstep. Sitting inside. Shia LaBeouf. Sharpening an axe. Shia LaBeouf. but it doesn't relate to the Shia LaBeouf. You're sneaking up behind me. Friendly superstar Shia LaBeouf. Waiting for your life, it's Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling the night with Shia LaBeouf. Savaging his kidney. Save the last from Shia LaBeouf. You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stumped leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf. Wait, he isn't dead. Shy surprise, there's a gun to your head, and death in his eyes, but you can teach a Bobby Sands, superstar Shia LaBeouf. Taking every fight, it's Shia LaBeouf. Papa Tuesday night, for Shia LaBeouf. You try to swing your lights at Shia LaBeouf. My blood is really fast from your stump legs. He's dodging every swipe. He parries to the left. He parries to the right. You catch him in the neck. You're chopping up his head. You just decapitated Shia LaBeouf. His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
JT? Oh, you already ended it? Okay. Okay, you just showed the audio, but I put the end part of the YouTube video right there. It's not just funny or what. MXR did that. I
know that was just hilarious.
Yeah, it's Scare Mods guy. I don't know. You just get bored and you do stuff like that.
Yeah, I would do something like that, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
What?
I need to learn how to use After Effects.
Yeah, actually, that's just more on the lines of trying to do cinema. Yeah, just trying to get like a bunch of stuff together with your video editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I got to learn how to use that video editing equipment. The only thing I know how to use is, let me see, is Windows Movie Maker.
Really? Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to use somewhat, but it took me a while to figure it out, even though it doesn't have all the effects that you want, that you always wanted, but it works. I just wish that Windows would consider making it a new movie maker.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, because much easier version and allow you to buy the add-ons for it. But then again, they won't do it.
Nope. I'm not sure why, but I think I've always wanted to give Sony Vegas a try, but I did not want to cough up $300 for it.
Well, there is less expensive alternatives.
Yeah, you could pay a month for Adobe.
Yeah, you can. You can use it just to make some videos, but it's like there's got to be an easier one. It's like there are also less expensive alternatives. Let me see if I can find them. I know they're on.
Other than that, what else has been going on with Gamergate? Because I happen to know that we've had a lot going on this week.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that happened. There was a incident with a leak, an info leak that happened that involved something with the gamification.
Yeah.
But I can't talk about it because, well, it's a conspiracy and nobody wants to listen to that one.
Oh, John Kelly asked, what is this?
Oh, it's just a live stream. I would talk about it, but this came from Zan himself, which I know most people have a distrust for Zan, and I still talk to him a lot.
Yeah, I do too at times.
Yeah, Kelly, you can jump in if you want to. It's open to discussion if you want to talk about anything else. And also the fact that you want to talk about the email thing, John. Yes, guys, John wants to do another email campaign, which involves us trying to send more emails. I know that most people may disagree with it, but we would like to announce that we are going to try to go after Gawker Media's advertisers again, and we're going to try again. Yeah, Zan is right, but a lot of people are upset with Zan over the GG Revolt thing.
You know this is about a 30-second delay, right, before they hear it.
I don't care. They will get the message anyways.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I miss Zan too. It's just some people are upset with him over the he made the board. He helped make the board, the GG Revolt, and luckily that place is actually helpful. Why? Because it actually facilitates all the shit posters that want to shit post on there. Then
what were you talking about?
Talking about Zan.
Zan?
Yeah, Zan.
Yeah, the GG Revolt board.
No comment. I'm not going to comment on this.
No, we
shouldn't. On a public live stream.
Not gonna be.
Okay.
I've already told him what I think about it. And
yeah, I don't think. I try keeping.
I won't talk about GG Revolt specifically, but if I will comment on that, I will comment on the whole forum drama stuff in general. It's ridiculous. It's retarded. Please stop paying attention to it. It's
I haven't been focused on the forum crap for months now. You said
you wanted to continue with that email campaign.
Well, there's actually quite a few email campaigns going on right now. There's actually Gamergate HQ, which I've criticized on streams before. So this is me just saying that these more politics just are not worth the time investing into. So there's a bunch of email campaigns you can actually get in on by checking one of the main threads there. Other forums, KAA actually has a really good one to hit Gawker. They have a means of contacting Outbrain that they've actually linked. They've linked all the contact information, given a very good write-up on what to say and how to say it, and it can yield. And if we push it hard enough, it will yield results. I recommend sending off your own emails on that one and killing off one of Gawker's ad aggregates services, because that's what Outbrain is. It's a native advertising service that they work with. Thing is, Outbrain has very strict community guidelines, and the reason, or not community guidelines, my apologies. They have very strict guidelines, and the reason they have them is to ensure that the people they work with get advertised without any kind of black branding deals. They don't want the sites that they link and cross-link to receive bad PR. So this is very much a concern for them, and it's a concern for us because fuck Gawker, frankly. They deserve to burn, and they have no place in reporting the news at all at this point. They have
no place in any industry, tech, gossip, whatever.
No, they have no business being a news outlet anymore. As far as I'm concerned, we should continue to bleed them out as much as we possibly can and keep trusting in the assault.
Burn it down to the ground.
They're as good as dead. So
okay, what is your reaction to IA's planning of E3 Livestream?
He's his own man. Let him do it.
All right.
Yeah. All I have to say is, if you're loyal to IA, go do it. If you're not, it's up to you. It's more power to you for going to watch it. But
yeah,
IA's
I
been
actually
out of Gamergate for a long time.
Interesting conversation with him on one of his YouTube channel. He just doesn't think Gamergate is fun anymore, frankly. And if that's his reason for leaving, then I don't blame him. And as far as I'm concerned, he's still doing good videos, to be perfectly honest, because I've watched some of them. Like I didn't like the reception received where people just embrace him open arms and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, he's doing his own thing. He's making videos that he likes to make. They're still funny. I don't think that there is not all of them are as good as some of his older work, but that's neither here nor there. He's still entertaining to listen to on streams, so he can do what he wants.
I came across this on freaking CNN.
Okay.
I came across it's how they say how you shouldn't. They don't want white people. They want more quote unquote persons of color. Some director apologized for having a white actress play an Asian American. It's like, what the hell is getting with our shock culture? This doesn't have anything to do directly with Gamergate, but I was just wondering what this is like a good example of how this freaking SJW
Emma Stone is a
she's that awkward actor. She was in movies like Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, stuff like that. Yeah, she was in those movies, and
I personally don't have an issue with Emma Stone, but I
no,
guess
but I'm
some
just
people.
saying.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I noticed. Have you ever heard of Starship? I think it was Starship Troopers.
Yeah, what about it?
Okay, according to the book, the actual main character was Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
He was like Argentinian Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a white actor that was playing the part.
Yeah. All I have to say is this right here. To all the people out there that go ape shit over this because they say, because there's like original characters supposed to be white and stuff like that, and they make it black, and then they say that's not how the character looked in the comics or the books or anything like that, and they say you're a racist, and then bullshit like this happens where the character's supposed to be
the reason why they did this is because it's always it always has to do with favoritism of a character that they think the guy could play the part well, or this lady could play the part well.
When it comes to acting,
let the person play that part.
When it comes to acting, it comes down to a matter of qualifications as to who's best for the role. You're not racist for playing a character of a different race. It's not racist to recast a white character as black or a black character as white.
No, it's not.
It may give a wrong impression of the character depending on how things go, but ultimately they should choose the best actor for the job. As an example of this kind of mixed racial casting, in Daredevil, the actor they chose for it was black, but he had the size and stature of the character being Kingpin, and he did a really good job. Michael Dorn, I think his name was, if I'm not mistaken. And that's an example where it works. It doesn't always work. For instance, I don't believe it's a good idea to have, what's his name? I don't know which actor's playing him because I haven't really been following up with the story.
Johnny Storm?
For the new... Yes, Johnny Storm is the character, and they're making him being played by a black dude. Now, the reason why I object to this is because you're essentially changing the character dynamics amongst the Fantastic Four characters.
Because it's his sister's. Can't think of what the name is.
Correct.
Sister. Correction. Sister.
No, sister. She's still good.
I know. I'm just joking.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. But just still, I mean, people get mad and just do this
here's
bullshit
the funny
around
thing.
here and stuff, and they just say, "Oh no, we should have more African American characters in the movies," and they want to change it up and say all this bullshit that we don't want it to be a white person like that, and then they make it, I
think they wanted to change the image of Johnny Storm a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? More power to him.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing.
There's no reason to change his race to do that.
I
know,
care.
But you know what's so funny? You remember the cartoon series?
Yes.
Yeah, not the French version of it. The
American one that ran in the 90s that also did crossovers with other 90s.
You remember he was singing like R&B songs? You remember that one episode he was like singing an R&B song about a girl that he liked?
No.
I think that's why they did that. I think that's why they did that, because they wanted to make. I think they were trying to make an R&B song, make him sing R&B songs.
It is entirely possible, but the reason why I object to the mixed race casting in this particular case is because Sue Storm is still white, which means the dynamics between those characters are completely different than
unless they change the whole story about them being brother and sister, which I don't think they did.
I think it's more like adopted brother and sister.
Exactly,
which could be possible, but they could probably explain that.
Because they would have to rewrite the whole story and retell the whole story, like King Arthur, for example.
They're going to do that anyway. I mean, even if it doesn't matter whether or not the casting is mixed race or not, the movie is going to be terrible, and I'll guarantee it's going to be terrible because they're going to retell the origin story again. And they're going to do the trick where, we're going to retell the Ultimate Universe, in which the difference is instead of going on a rocket ship, they travel between dimensions or some nonsense like that. Either way, it's another origin story involving low-tier superheroes. To be perfectly honest, Fantastic Four isn't very good, in my opinion.
It's okay. It's okay to an extent that it wasn't really that popular. To me, they could have made Luke Cage.
But all I have to say is this right here. With this one right here, because Huffington Post also did an article on it, because I looked deeper in this, and their thing was Emma Stone plays a part Asian character in Aloha, and that's not okay. And you know what?
They have no right to say that.
No, they don't. And it's just bullshit that they're doing this. I'm not trying to say. Yeah, be more authentic to have a Hawaiian or an Asian character do that role, but it's the director's discretion. Maybe he couldn't find an actress under with that kind of genealogical history.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just choose the actors and actresses which are best for the roles. Just do it that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
there really
it's
shouldn't
just
be
bullshit.
too much of a problem with this.
But I'm just saying this right here is an example of how dumb this shock culture gets, and it's just so frustrating to me that I keep seeing this bullshit around.
The thing is,
need to shut up.
They couldn't find an actress good enough.
No, they couldn't.
Leon, actually, I won't agree with you on saying they need to shut up. They have a right to publish what they say.
You know what?
Should not.
Here's what I would recommend them to get, but then again, I think she's retired. Let's see, the daughter. The daughter of the Benny Hanna. I forgot her name though. The Benny Hanna. She's like the heir to the Benny Hanna restaurant. Chain. Which is a lot of money, by the way. She played in Fast and Furious. I think it was part 2.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, just in general, the shock culture is just getting out of hand. It's like, it's getting to the point where they're going to implode in on themselves. It's like, it's just like they're going to come full circle and they're just going to target each other and it's going to implode. And I want these people to realize that they're going to attack each other before it's too late.
Well, I'm not really concerned with that. Let them hang themselves. As far as I'm concerned, I don't read Huffington Post because I saw their articles were towing a certain party line, and I decided, you know what, I'm not reading from anymore.
Nope,
the only credit I will give them is at least they had
the Gamer Girls on.
Them extending that them trying to get the other side of an issue. I will commend them for that. But beyond that, I really don't see any reason to give the Huffington Post any credit whatsoever. Oh, and also that they wouldn't tolerate Sui Park's nonsense. They just dismissed her, which was just basically she gets.
I think I think I can recommend the perfect actress for them, but I don't know if she's still around though.
Okay, but yeah, I get it.
Her name is Davon.
But the movie was already made. The damage is done. The movie is made, and to go ape shit like this is just.
What do you mean the damage was done? I mean,
no, in their eyes, in their mindset,
the thing is, done. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's like they're not very good movie critics at all. Because let's take another example where there was a racial controversy, and it was not the real reason why the movie suffered. I believe it was called 27 Ronin, was the movie was called.
Yeah.
The problem wasn't that they replaced a character with another character, a white guy with I believe it was a Japanese guy. That wasn't the issue. The issue was Keanu Reeves can't act, and they're just propping him up and pushing his stardom. That was the issue. Actually, no, I will say that in that case, it did affect the story of itself by making him like an outsider of an outcast when that wasn't part of the story. But the real issue there was the script rewrite and the and hiring a big name actor who is not very good at acting. Period. That's the problem there. And that's really when it comes down to it, these Hollywood decisions, because they just want to make a buck and they put in all their money in marketing and getting this big hero to celebrate. They'll put him at the forefront even if it doesn't make sense. And that was the problem with that film. As far as the Huffington Post and other websites like it go, just don't read them. I mean, that's
but this right here, this But the reason why I'm talking about this right now is the reason why I pulled this up is because this is what's going on in gaming. This is a small example of what's happening in gaming. We saw this just recently with the Fallout thing, with Fallout New Vegas, or no, Fallout 4. They go apeshit because it's not a woman. We covered that. Me and Sonic covered this in my stream, like the post Fallout stream that I did early that day after the video was released, and he's looking through it, and this one woman goes apeshit.
They ignore it.
There's, you know what I have to say is this right here. Stop the bullshit. There are a lot of female playable characters in gaming. Assassin's Creed just did one. No, but I'm just saying to these people, you're not a gamer. You lost your credits as a gamer when you when you start saying stupid shit like this.
Disagree, because gamer is predicated based on being a gamer means that gaming is your hobby. That's all it means. Because you have terrible opinions, or because you have gamers, even if your opinion is that the gamer identity should go away, that doesn't discredit one from being a gamer. Like, for instance, Alexander, she's still a gamer. She may not think she's a gamer, but under the definition, under what a gamer actually is, she is. It's the difference between something that you are.
She likes playing low-res games.
Okay, I could say it like this: she's a gamer, I get it, but a Fallout fan, bullshit.
It doesn't even
I'm just saying, by the type of controversy they're trying to kick up and stuff like that, you could be a fan of the game series, but you never played anything after that. You probably played the saved games after the characters created. You kept saying, "Oh, there wasn't a woman in here," like that. You must have played the saved games after the saved game after someone actually created it.
The issue isn't even that she's a Fallout fan or not. The issue is she doesn't do her job as a reporter.
Yes.
She doesn't actually study the subject matter that she's actually reporting on. For instance, if she was to comment on the Fallout game, she would actually be looking for things like mechanics, features, what the devs are promising, what they're planning, whether or not it's going to be, whether we can what we can expect from it. Basically, reporting the news, not making sensationalism. And it works the other way around too.
Yeah,
I know.
Instance, whenever you see people hyping up a game, making good stuff about it, they're trying to boost pre-order sales.
Yeah.
And pre-order sales is something that needs to go away, as we've discussed many times.
Because let's get out the comments of that the particular topic we were talking about, but pre-orders now. That is a big topic, and I look at it like on Steam and stuff like that. Oh, pre-order the game now, pre-order it today. When you pre-order something on Steam, you basically pay for
I admit,
freaking thing.
I did pre-order Splatoon.
I bet you were probably trying to get it on. But with that's excusable to a point because
I actually played the test fire thing. I was impressed by it. That's the reason why I pre-ordered it, because they offered the test fire of the game for 1 hour a day. Even though it wasn't the best hour.
That's never a reason to pre-order a game, because
I could
say free beta.
I could say one thing about Splatoon. The only reason why you should ever have an excuse to pre-order a game is with the Wii U. It's an excuse, but I wouldn't do it till later, like a month before, or maybe even a week before. Is this right here?
I don't agree.
No, I'm saying it like this. It's because the Wii U doesn't have any storage system to actually download the game if you're not able to buy it. If there's a popular game and
I bought a physical copy of it.
That's what I meant.
Pre-ordering games is never ever good. It promotes and perpetuates a corrupt industry practice in which they keep on hyping up the games, they keep on putting in the marketing value for putting all the budget into marketing, and they keep on pushing out that way. Even with Steam's recent refund outlet, so that way you can avoid getting burned on a pre-order, it's still promoting this culture of buying pre-orders.
I'm putting it like this.
I'll agree with that.
I'm putting it like this. I don't buy games from Steam. I don't pre-order games from Steam. What I say about buying, but I don't pre-order games from Steam. But when they come out and stuff like that, I am going to do it. I want to do a review on Fallout 4. I really want to. So I want to get that game as soon as possible when it comes out. Nothing's really going to change my mind on buying Fallout 4, but I'm a Fallout 4 fan. I'm a Fallout fanboy, and I'm going to truthfully admit that.
If you're doing it for the purpose of review, then that's acceptable, because you're doing it as part of your job. But if you don't have, that is pretty much the only excuse that I can really see in my eyes as a reason to pre-order.
I also want to do it just because chances are I want to count all the glitches Bethesda always put into it, and how long.
Well, that would be part of reviewing the game, is pointing out all the failings and flaws.
But yeah, I don't like doing pre-orders much. I really don't. There's mainly a reason why is just because, Batman Arkham Origins is the prime example of why you never pre-order a game. It's the biggest example of why you never say, oh, here's my money, take it, before the game comes out. It's because Arkham Origins, they had so many glitches, and they said, we made enough money on this game, we're not going to patch it anymore. We made our money. We had enough. They made the money they wanted to make, and they gave up on patching it. And that's the reason why you never pre-order, is because of Arkham Origins.
That's one of many, many, many reasons for not pre-ordering. It's just one example on a heap pile of examples that's a mountain high.
Assassin's Creed Unity, another heap example, another perfect example. I didn't buy the game until like the day before the purchase of it, and that was because I was originally had planned of doing a review and stuff, and the game was so broken because I wanted to do the reason why I got it day one was because I wanted to do a review of it. So I got it. I did the pre-order the day before, and I was like, I'll just get this over internet because I was store, and I was far away from the store. I bought the game.
I think you're preaching to the choir at this point, Leon.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say about this. I will never pre-order from GameStop ever again.
No, I won't. I don't do that anymore.
I got upset with them one time.
You should completely boycott GameStop because GameStop.
I would rather buy from Amazon than them.
Because here's my question about GameStop, and this pertains to the subject of ethics in games journalism.
Yes.
Why exactly is it that GameStop, a retailer, has a magazine which reports on and lauds about and covers games?
I don't know.
You're basically buying an advertising pamphlet, is essentially what it is, and it's being marketed as news, as a reliable source of magazine, and it's completely biased.
Look at
Rageaholics. Look at Rageaholics' video on Game Informer. It's an excellent video that should be required viewing, as far as I'm concerned. They should really cut that crap out. They should not be having what is essentially a news magazine in their stores to basically advertise their game. It's a complete conflict of interest right there. They have no right to have that. And people will say, well, what about Nintendo Power and stuff like that? Well, I say that Nintendo Power, PC Magazine, Xbox Live Magazine, or whatever it was called, those are bad too. We should not be endorsing any of that because it's a clear conflict of interest that should be avoided at all costs.
PlayStation Magazine and Xbox Magazine.
I haven't gotten any of those magazines.
But those are, I think, are gone now.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
I haven't gotten those magazines in many years, so all I have to say is I don't buy them. So
right. So as far as I'm concerned, Game Informer, throw it in the trash bin where it belongs.
And
buy it.
I haven't gotten Game Informer in a long time, and I still have that membership at GameStop, and I'm just like I think this might be my last year because last year's the last time I renewed it. I think this might be the last time I keep it. It's like I'm tired of this place. I haven't went in there in a long time. Ever since Gamergate had its start, and I heard all the horror stories about how they acted. I mean, my local one never treated me like shit, but I've been so concerned about GameStop for a long time. It's like they continue to be this way. It's like I'm done with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned in my game. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna renew my Game Informer anymore because you guys screwed me over for the last time.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If I can move on to another topic, Batman in the chat linked a twit longer Oliver Campbell wrote concerning Feminist Frequency. And I'll read it out, and then we can discuss it. So.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Feminist Frequency in breach of nonprofit legal obligation. #Gamergate. This is a brief summary and will contain links of what legal obligation the nonprofit has broken, when, and the results of that. In March of 2014, Feminist Frequency was accused of misappropriating artwork from an artist for Tropes vs. Women from an artist named Cowkitty. 2. Feminist Frequency attempted to get around the issue by saying they were non-profit and fair use, so they didn't need permission. The artist in question, Cowkitty, said that she would allow the use of her artwork if proof of non-profit status was provided to her. Read the full incident here. Provides link. Feminist Frequency eventually pulled the art rather than fulfill the request. This is how the incident concluded. Link. This is actually illegal. 3. One of the obligations of nonprofits is that when requested by the general public to provide documentation of their nonprofit status, this can include tax returns, application for nonprofit status, and more. If in person, face-to-face, it must be provided immediately / same day. If in written, a little leeway is given. 4. Here are the obligations of a nonprofit organization and the disclosure law. Provides numerous links. Everything you need to know about nonprofit IRS obligations. Link. 5. What the penalty for failing to abide by the disclosure law? 10 grand for failing to provide Cowkitty with an annual information return, with an additional $20 for every day that it hasn't been fulfilled. That's right, Feminist Frequency is still in breach of this law and is building up the fine. Link. 6. What can you do about it? Let the IRS know with this form. Provide the above links regarding the incident. Link. Alright, what's your guys' thought?
That's actually just amazing. I did not know that I forgot that was actually a law. I knew about it before, but it was something that went over by my head. Like, I've always heard about nonprofit organizations because I had friends that used to do stuff like that, and they said, this was like many moons ago. They said we have to tell people, we have to give proof that we actually, if people ask, we have to give them proof that we have our documentations and stuff like that. So yeah, these people, Anita refusing to do this, Anita or Macintosh, whatever one runs it, refusing to do this, they're deep shit. I'm not even sure with all the fines that they're running up. I don't even think Jonathan's rich parents could probably cover it anymore.
JT?
The thing is that, yeah, she did violate some laws, and pretty much everybody's been trying to. I think there was a campaign that they were going to try to write to the IRS and ask them to investigate this. Was it true, John?
What was particular going after Feminist Frequency for?
Because I do remember last time we were told that we should because she did violate some rules.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the calls to action to send FOIA requests?
Yeah.
That incident is very peculiar, and I believe that certain people got information from sources that were not legit. But what I do know is they never verified their sources to begin with, and they made those announcements without actually vetting them out. So I don't know what to say about that. And as far as I'm concerned, I would not believe any of that.
And plus, she had her college professor in on the organization, right?
I'm not sure.
Her mentor.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to say
Karen Cross.
That, but,
Karen Cross.
Okay.
Oh yes, are you talking about that? Yeah, Karen Cross is a Silverstream Media PR agent who has ties with Feminist Frequency, IGDA, Digra. She's pretty much in the center of a lot of these astroturfing campaigns, and she also writes for, I forget what website's called, but maybe Feministing or something like that, where she writes sensationalist articles attacking Gamergate because it's hurting her various firms that she's a PR agent for, and she's directly responsible for it. She's essentially become a cancer to them, and she's doing everything she can to fight to keep her job intact, and she's failing, and that's why she's getting more and more spiteful and hateful, which is why Koretsky was able to highlight how ridiculous she sounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in on our group chat.
Well, how
Not
do
this
you
one,
feel?
but
How do
the
you
other one.
feel about what Man in Black did, asking for $30,000 from Koretsky?
I think that's hilarious, and we should laugh at him.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I'm personally upset with him
Why? It's funny.
because
it's
it is
stupid.
funny.
He's a dumbass.
He's
the
never
thing-
gonna get the money, and if he does, let's just say Koretsky is dumb enough to comply with the request. Good. Then we can have his face all over the cameras. It can be
Yeah,
everywhere. I would love
And
that.
I bet he would run. I bet he would just like cower in fear and do sensation. It would be funny. I mean, he just wants the money, and he's probably not going to do it.
Here's the thing. If he takes the money and runs, he's done. He is gone for good. And if that's what happens, then so be it. I would love to see that guy get dunked. He has it coming to him, and good riddance, I say.
Mm-hmm.
So
because this is what upset me is that he could have, because he wanted to prove that Gamergate is a hate movement. He could have done this for free.
Well, if Jared wants to try and prove Gamergate is a hate movement, let him continue to his ruse days writing Boeing articles in which he just goes about nonsense and things and makes more and more of a fool of himself. Everything that guy says is hilarious, and we should all laugh at him. That's why.
Yeah, but the one thing he points out is that tribalism bullshit.
That's because he's trying to promote tribalism by pointing out tribalism. He's exploiting every weakness he can to make a point, and he doesn't have any. And he's basically someone who is just going to spend his days being this beta cuck male feminist, and he's going to keep on pushing propaganda for people. That's true. That's what he functions as. That's what he does. Just laugh at him. What more can I say?
Yeah, I'm laughing at his fat ass because I would say this to him. Fuck you and your $30,000. You could have done this for free helping women. No. Don't help your friend. Help the women that are in need of protection from you. If you're going to do it for free, do it for free, you faggot.
Well, I wouldn't even get mad at him. I'd just be like, so you want $30,000? What does not writing for Boeing pay? Does not spending your days on Twitter tweeting at people and getting into arguments and being an autist not pay? I mean, this guy will go on for hours and hours after he's made his point, and after the point of which it's agreed upon by the parties involved that there's no point to continuing. He will stop someone will stop arguing with him, and someone else will say something, and then this autist will have the what's the word I'm looking for? Obstinance.
Audacity? Oh.
Not audacity. No, that's the wrong word. Saying he has audacity or tenacity or something like that, that's giving him way too much credit. He will have the stubbornness to go ahead and keep on arguing his position even after he's made his point, and even after other people are just pointing out little pedantic things and wordings and stuff like that. And the joke is, he is the joke. He is something to be laughed at and ridiculed. The guy has a permanent cow thread. The guy has an ED article. He is done, and he is feeling miserable. The last conversation I've had with him, he went, yeah, whatever, because he's finally learned that he has nothing. He did all this for nothing. And people say, well, Gamergate didn't accomplish anything, referring to gamers because, labels.
Actually,
Black has done far less than any human being on the internet, period. Maybe he's made a couple of shekels from Boing. That's about it.
Yeah, here's another topic I want to change right now, and it has something to do with Game So White. That hashtag is.
Oh my God. Oh.
And also the other hashtag. What was that one about Jibadir, whatever his name is? Let me see. What was that one that A-Team's trying to get into? What was the other? I forgot the other one.
It's another stupid social justice hashtag that people keep mentioning now.
And it's basically Jabir or whatever his name is.
Verify Jabir.
Yeah.
That's another lolcow right there. That guy thinks he's so important because he's an ethnic minority, and because he's in that little hug box, he's been propped up as this great magical Negro. And for those who don't know what that is, a magical Negro is a reference to a plot device often used by writers in film and television, where basically you'll have this ethnic minority who just gives a sage wisdom advice to the white heroes that they go and is looked upon as someone who has supernatural powers, is able to have is down to earth and has an understanding of the way of things, and that's basically what he's propping himself as to be. But the irony is he says all these racist, horribly racist things and horribly sexist things as well that are just so hilarious. He's even funnier than a Man in Black. And he's even accomplished less than a Man in Black.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they keep posting 9/11 memes at him.
Yeah, what? because it's hilarious. Because they know it will get him to say stupid things, and the more he says stupid things, the funnier he is. I mean, I even said on Twitter he should get a career. He chose the wrong career path. He should be a stand-up comedian. He's good at it. He's a genius. He should go on stage and make fun of himself by being himself.
Being racist.
Pretty much.
Oh man, it's ironic how these people act. I can't go into much discussion what happened today, but I came across someone that was just so bent over crazy. I'm not going to give this guy the benefit of saying his name on here, but me, Lisa, and Dradal, and Deus had the unfortunate of getting in a little Twitter fight with this guy, and then we look back on his history and stuff. I actually wanted to call him out for debates. And he shut up, and I said, let's debate this like that. I wanted to debate this guy because I thought he was just like mild aggro that just got misinformed.
No, he's a troll.
He's a troll. Yes, but we can't go into discussion with this guy because I did block him.
I've known about him for a long while.
This whole situation is like this guy's a troll. So here's
the thing about him.
He's famous.
The thing about. Mm-hmm. One thing he's right now he might slip into lolcow status because what happened to him was there was a girl that claimed that she was a fighter, a tournament fighter, and she actually proved it by taking a picture, and the guy basically insulted her.
Yeah.
He is sexist.
Yeah.
The proof was even there was a video about him on Main Event actually talked about it.
No, but the problem with this guy is he will call everything a racist. He will say that,
but he is a sexist. He is a sexist individual.
Okay, but I'm just saying this guy was crazy, and you guys did come across the Twitter fight that me, Lisa, and Dradal were in the comment section. If you see
I know
guy,
about him.
No, but I'm just saying to everybody out there that's listening to this, you see this guy, I can't really tell you what to do, but I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what the action I took. I blocked him. Yes, I blocked him. That was the action I took. It was like me and Norwegian guy were talking about this. We flipped up an off-air hangout, and we went to talking about this and stuff, and Norwegian guy says, let's just block him. And yeah, that's right. This guy is a troll.
Yeah, the guy is a failed troll because a girl actually challenged him, and he refused.
Yes.
Well, that's what trolls do. They just want to get a rise out of people. Let them troll.
Yes.
I mean, it's like you don't even have to block them. Just ignore them. I mean, if they're contacting you, just be like, and they're disingenuous from the get-go. There's no point in responding. Just leave them be.
Especially.
I just went like I had enough with this guy. I'm not gonna listen to him anymore. It's like he called me straight out a racist, and I'm anything but a racist.
Big deal, really. It's just
I know.
I get into Twitter arguments all the time with people. Normally, people on our own side, and sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, and most times it's really not worth the time arguing with. So it's just Twitter. Yeah. Twitter's there for fun.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Games So White. You know what I did? I actually posted images of games that featured minorities, and they seem to forget that there are minorities in games. Like, for example, Jade Empire featured Asian characters. Prince of Persia actually featured Arab characters. Remember Me featured
African American minority. the word minority, it refers to what's in the United States, not anywhere else. Like for instance, in Asia, if we were in Asia, any of the Asian countries, we would be the white people, Latinos, they would be minorities. If I went to
Yes,
like
it is.
Cuba or Mexico, I would still be considered a minority. If I went to
They would consider you a foreigner.
and even in
Or
Europe,
an
Okay,
outsider.
here's something I don't get whenever talking about these race issues.
yes,
Like, why do we always have to go into the minutia about race and
No.
stuff like that? When we can say that when it comes to fictional characters and race, none of this matters.
No.
None of
Yeah,
what you said matters.
I do
None
agree.
of what anyone on that
I do
hashtag.
agree.
Yeah, none
I
of what
agree.
anyone said on that hashtag matters. All that
But the
matters.
funny thing is, here's the thing: they're saying that none of the racial characters represent them, and yet I had to point out to one black woman that there is a black woman that was in a game, but unfortunately you didn't buy the game. Oops, sorry.
All that
And-
matters. All that matters is the intent of the author and how well and the intent the author has in his creation and how well he executed that intent. The whole racial aspects of things, they don't matter. They
No,
only
it doesn't.
matter when it's relevant to the story and
I
how well
know.
that story is executed in those terms.
Yeah,
On those terms.
And
That's
Prince of
all.
Persia happens to be about an Arab prince of Persia.
Yeah, it is. But other than that, all this stuff about this, like what I said about if I was like in different countries and stuff. The reason why I said this is I'm tired of them shouting that word around. It's like they're not even focusing on different parts of the world. It's like they want to use that like it's like degrading the person in general when you call
And
them.
it's like I wanted to ask BioWare to put out Jade Empire 2 or something like that, or Jade Empire Legends or something.
Mhm.
I don't care. I wish they would bring that back. Same with other games. I wish they could bring those back too, but you know what? Oh well, you don't care.
Yeah, but other than that, it's not really a discussion that we should talk about. It's like something that it's something much more deeper and has to take a lot more time and effort to handle.
I know it's not like it's gonna be a big deal. It's just me saying, hey, why doesn't BioWare ever try to make that game? Why can't they bring back that IP? Well, oh well, it's not a big deal. It's
If they want games that cater to their particular demographic, what they should do is find developers who will make games for that
Yes.
particular demographic, or make the games themselves and see how well they play out. If there's a market for them, people will buy them. If there's not a market for them, people won't buy them. It's that simple. And if there is no market for them, you would still make the game, enjoy making the game, and the people who enjoy it will still enjoy it. So what's the
Yeah.
big deal here? Like,
Nothing
why do you have
really.
to drum up imaginary controversy? And many
No.
of these people, and there's
I do
many
agree with that one.
there's many developers that they have who are at least semi-competent who can make games. So they should make those games. Just make the games you want. Just be the change you want to see. That's what I have to say to them. Like, the solution here is for you to get up and get doing.
Yes,
Don't
you
just
can't.
sit down.
Don't don't half-ass it. Just do it.
Hey, there's a subreddit called Solution 6 Months, which is all about getting people into game development. That's Solution 6 spelt out. It's not a numerical 6. Just go to that subreddit and post a thread there. Ask for help. People will help you make your game that you want to have happen. They're nice. Go for it. Like, that's really that simple. And really, I think people should be like shilling that hashtag a little lot more. I don't
know.
personally, because I'm not really on the developer side of things, but I think that there are some other people.
You're more of a games journalist or a journalist politics type guy.
All I have to say is this: they want more females in development. Give me.
Okay, I got to show you something for a moment. I want you to react. You've probably seen this video.
Which video is it?
All right, you're going to be shocked by it.
Okay.
Okay, trust me, you're going to be surprised by it.
Are you talking of, is this Mattress Girl?
No, it's Zoe. It's ZQ.
Okay.
It almost looks like ZQ, but I'm just saying.
Oh.
Judge for yourself.
um,
Judge for yourself.
this
See
is
what
not
you-
something we can link into the chat, folks. This is
Yes,
not.
yes, we can't actually show this off because we might get.
The
What?
reason why you can't show it is because if you did, your YouTube channel would probably be taken down, and I'm not even sure
and
we can
plus-
discuss this
plus-
on air. To be perfectly honest.
Plus Zoe Quinn would take it down too. She
No,
would
I
find
don't
out.
think. I don't think.
Yes,
ZQ would
She
take it.
wouldn't know. She wouldn't try to. She wouldn't want to say. You know what? They're quite like how I talked about that one Pokemon YouTuber girl. She, how she has her hair, how she has her smile and shit. She almost vaguely looks like a younger Zoe Quinn, vaguely. But I'm just saying, there are girls out there that kind of look like Zoe Quinn. I mean, if they dye their hair pink or purple,
Now
they
let's
look
be
like
clear
Zoe Quinn.
here. Let's be clear here. To the audience. Basically, what JT linked me is a video of a.
They know about this because JT sent it to me and I clicked on it without realizing it was from X Hamster and I'm
Okay.
like, oh
Okay.
shit.
All right.
I did not
give
realize
the,
until it was-
To give the PG-13 description of it, YouTube censors, please don't take down this video. I'm trying to be as polite as I can about this. It's basically a video of a girl with purple hair giving oral relations to a man who is
Yes.
mostly off camera.
Yes.
I don't really see how this is in any way useful or relevant. I cannot
I don't
be
know.
perfectly clear here.
Does
I don't know if this is DQ or not.
it almost look like ZQ?
It looks like her, but like how I said before, there
Like,
are a lot of girls that
It's
that do-
speculative. It's
Yeah.
really, really speculative, and honestly, this is not an avenue I really am keen on pursuing.
I know,
Like,
but it's funny.
it is kind of funny, I'll admit.
It's
But at the
funny,
same
but,
time,
I
I don't want to
can't- I
talk about
can't-
this on air.
like how I said, there are people, a lot of people that look the same, and I've met girls that look like Zoe Quinn, and I'm like, wow, you almost look like this one woman that claims to be a game developer, and this girl who was a gamer said Zoe Quinn. She like, I get that a lot. Please don't say that again.
Yeah, I don't think people want to be.
No, they
I
don't
don't
want
think
to.
people
They don't
wanna
want.
be compared.
And she says, I'm going back to natural hair color. Because she had dyed hair. I think it was like blue at the
In
time.
any event, I know some people might get a laugh out of this, but at the end of the day, what does it really do? It's kind of funny, but at the same time, I'd rather not even have that image in my head, to be honest. I'd rather.
I think A-Team would actually like this image.
I
You want
wouldn't
to send
even
it to
give it
A-Team? You want to send it to A-Team? Go for it. Have your fun. Have your laughs. It's a publicly available video. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But at the same time, it's not really a very important interest of mine.
I
or
know.
most
I
people's.
know. It's questionable, but it's funny. It's
Yeah.
like, I think Gawker Media would like it. They would-
Gawker Media would just like
That
say,
would be
this
funny.
didn't
That
exist.
would be funny if you sent it to Gawker Media for a story. I would laugh if they actually published this. And
yeah.
and I would not be surprised if they actually made an article about it. That would be hilarious to me. But at the
Yeah.
same time, what does it really accomplish? It doesn't really. Well, it would give us
Nothing
more ammo to use against Gawker, to be honest. But aside from that, it's not something I'm interested in seeing spread. But if you want to give it to A-Team, hey, give it to A-Team. I know a bunch of people in A-Team who would have a laugh at that. They would spread it around like wildfire. So go for it. But
Yeah, just
to move
go
on
ahead
to
and I assume A-Team would probably watch this and be like, oh my freaking hell. This almost looks like
send
Zoe
your
Quinn.
complaints to at leongunsteal@gmail.com. He will handle and answer every one of them in the most polite and cordial way possible, especially if you are a whiny social justice warrior. He will go through respectfully all of your points and counterpoints about
Why
misogyny
me?
and
This
rape
is
culture.
JT's stream, not mine.
Oh, well, sorry, man. You
I am on JT's stream.
it's funny. Sorry, man. It's just funnier if you have a
Yes.
longer name.
And the title is GG What the Fuck Happenings E3 Rise of GG.
All right. Do you guys have another topic, or would you like me to?
I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
go ahead and make another topic. I would
Yeah.
like to hear some interesting topics.
All right. So if you've been following my feed on Twitter, you would have seen that I posted a link to an article from Lewd Gamer. And disclosure, I am a consultant for Lewd Gamer. This article is a very good read, and I highly recommend it. It deals with UK's porn laws, and basically they've amped their game. If you thought that the restrictions about what type of porn you can film in the UK was bad enough, they've now gone into full surveillance mode.
Oh, really?
Man.
Yes.
Including from what I understand, if you ordered porn online, the mailman will check it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I
Oh
recommend.
my
It's a
God.
very good read. It's written by someone named Pseudo. It's also very informative. Check it out. It goes into details about all the shady stuff they're doing. Essentially, what the law does is to protect the children, because you know that one always works over politicians and the public alike. You have to register and confirm your age in order to view pornography. Now, the real big problem with this, there's two big problems with this. First off, it's too much government encroachment. And the second off, what they're really pushing for here is to have people registered to the government to verify their age, so that way they can have surveillance over them.
Same with the internet, from what I heard.
Yes, it's essentially a means for the government to censor people and to watch over them and control them. They want to know who they are and also what they watch as well.
Because I heard the cable company is like, I heard that you have to call the cable company and tell them that I wish to watch bloody porn right now.
I'm not sure how that works, but according to UK law, you have to essentially have a censor to prevent children from watching porn.
Okay.
Now, this service in and of itself would not necessarily be bad. It would actually be an alright service to have. But the problem is it's opt-out. It's not opt-in, which means by default your internet is censored, even if you are an adult, and that is too much government encroachment.
Yes,
you
it
have
is.
to ask the government to view content. You should be there to you should be able to view the content for yourself and make your own decision without the government playing nanny over you. Also, what's often left out of that conversation is the fact that they also ban controversial websites for whatever reason. And I forget the full details of the story, but it's just another example of sliding in more and more government control. It's not just anti-porn. It's anti-freedom of speech, freedom of privacy, all the kinds of things. Like, I'm sounding like a libertarian here, but this is really a case where the government is, in fact, encroaching on citizens' rights to a ludicrous degree. Yes. Something that, fortunately, I don't think would ever happen in the United States, because we've been very good when it comes to anti-government censorship. Corporate censorship, a little less on, especially with shenanigans going on with Twitter and Facebook. But with this is really something that, if I was in the UK, I'd be up in arms about. I'd be protesting. I'd be marching the streets and saying that we can't have this, because it'd be one thing if they were just trying to, cram down on porn, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but what they're doing to push this agenda is basically to control citizens, and that is not cool at all. So
no, it's not. It's like one of the worst things you could do is just say, I know what's right for you, you don't, type of thing. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. It's not us just saying, guess what? I don't. It's not like us just saying I have the right to control what I view on my own time and stuff like that. It's not like we have that ability. We have that. It's not like we have those rights or anything like that. It's like the government saying, guess what? You don't have those rights. We get to tell you what to do and stuff. It almost reminds me, in some point or another, kind of like the Prohibition. In some ways, it almost reminds me of that. Comparable. Yes, I mean, what the government did during the Prohibition was there were a lot of things that started the Prohibition, like women's groups, religious groups, Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, a lot of those things are the reasons why Prohibition went into effect, and it was a 2/3 Senate overrule and stuff by being pressured into it by these people. And what the outcome was from Prohibition was more violence, more gang-related violence and stuff, more drinking in general. When you tell people not to do something, They
actually, the prohibition on that last particular point about the decrease in drinking actually did go down by about 30%.
But still, it caused more crime and stuff. And I was wondering what's
yes,
worse.
I'd still have to look into.
But I'm just saying, you have to look at what the lesser two evils. And I have to say, I'd rather have people drunk than going around gunning each other down.
Fair point. Yeah.
And but this right here, I'm not saying that this will be exactly like prohibition, but the criminal underworld now has something else to handle in England. Thanks a lot, dumbass.
If they keep on pushing this controlling nonsense, then yes, a criminal underground will develop around that. And what will be worse is that if they do that, it will tie down into stuff that outright should be censored and banned. And when I say that, I'm talking about stuff like CP. And if that happens, you will be in trouble of getting dirty material on your hands that will be unconscionable, that you never intended because you just wanted to watch some porn and you went through a shady dealer and you had access to this, and now the government won't even feel sorry for you.
You know what was going on with England with the whole I don't want to Sargon cover that. I don't want to arrest these guys because it'd be racist type of thing, or charge it because it's racist. This right here, it looks just exactly like that. History is repeating itself once again. It's gonna be it's like these people, they don't want to do this.
They're becoming like China.
Yes.
And if we have any UK listeners listening, please move to the US. We can use more smart people here, and your country has pretty much gone all authoritarian on you. So we still have rights here.
Yeah, there's still some rights here.
Even if they are stupid.
We still have the after like how the over control of how the Constitution was written. It's written like they can't throw any of that shit on us. They could try, but the Supreme Court could overrule it just as easily. So, yeah.
And when you do come here, please vote Republican. We can't have Hillary win. So
no,
please get here by November.
All I have to say is this: if Brian Schweitzer does run and get the nominee, I would say it'd be fine to vote the other Democrat as well, because I know Brian Schweitzer's not that bad of a guy, but I don't think.
Well, this is dipping into pure politics.
But I'm just saying, in general, this is going to end badly if they keep the censorship up, and we have American history that England should learn from, that the United Kingdom should learn from. They should learn from American history that censoring stuff, not a good idea. Blocking stuff, not a good idea. Telling people they can't do this sort of thing, not a good idea. And
except for CP.
Yeah, CP, definitely block that.
Oh, no. The reason why you want to have that completely banned is because the creation of that requires people being hurt.
Trafficked. Yes, and trafficked. And this right here, this could also definitely push for the trafficking industry if this sort of thing happens. These people, it's going to be like these mobsters are going to be like, we need actors and stuff like that, and a lot of women, they would say no, they don't want to do this, they don't want to break the law, so they'll send women or in worst cases do filming for CP, which is like, I didn't want to. None of it is good if they do trafficking, and
we
this
get
is
the point,
why I don't want to do it.
Keep in mind that these are long-term consequences that could happen. This isn't going to be an immediate consequence.
No, it's not.
These current set of laws will not have that sort of criminal environment.
And
but
I hope
if they continue to be more Puritan. No, that's if they continue to be more neo-Puritan the way they're behaving, then it will eventually lead to that. Because first they banned certain types of pornography. First they had the opt-out porn filter. Then they banned certain types of pornography from being filmed. And now they're requiring people to register with the government in order to view porn. This is going to only escalate. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue. Not to mention, you also had feminists in Britain rallying and protesting against 50 Shades of Grey, which wasn't even porn.
No, it wasn't. You guys are fan fiction.
Yeah, you guys should make the decision now whether you want to stay and fight against a puritanical government. Puritanical, or come to the U.S. Or not even the U.S. Maybe move to Germany. I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying move. But right now, England is built different, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure that a lot of like the American audience really gets this, but England was built way different, and it always has been different than the U.S. Its constitution, stuff like that, was written way different than the U.S.'s was. So, yeah,
They're weird. They still have a monarchy.
yeah, they do.
And the
And
worst
that-
part is, I still have Brits arguing that for some reason their country is somehow better. It's
Oh
really
well,
bizarre.
you know what? There's some things that they have that are good, and there are some things that are
Agreed.
bad. It's like there's a term that it's like how they say like good and evil, and there's some like an old cartoon I watch, and like the wise old man says it's determining on perspective whether you're good or evil. You could be like on our side we might think something is evil, but on their side they think something differently. They think we're evil. It's perspective.
Right. Also, we've been going on a little too much, touting about America a little too much.
I do think.
No,
Again,
it's
send
just
all
like
hate mail
perspective.
to leongunsteal@gmail.com.
Go right ahead. I don't give a shit. Go ahead, Batman. Go ahead, Porcelain. Go ahead, Akin, of us. Go ahead, guys. You can send me all the hate mail you want. Oh, there's 11 people on.
Dear Leon, I didn't like the statement you said about America.
America! Fuck you!
Anyway,
Yeah,
And of course, you
but
might
other
as well
than,
know I disagree with you.
but all I have to say is this: you guys get my gist of this. It's like it's a slipping. It's like you're slipping down this dangerous slope that you should turn back now because the consequences are far worse than the benefits. Prohibition has proven that well.
I'm
not
going to
like-
respond to something in the chat. Akin Avis brings up how 2 New Yorkers were arrested for manspreading, allegedly. I preface this with allegedly because I don't believe they were actually arrested for manspreading. I
Is there
haven't
a
seen.
law against it? Is there a
No,
law
there
now?
isn't. That's the thing. That's what really bugs me about this. There was no actual legislation in New York City banning manspreading. That never happened.
And
People
I'm
saying that they were arrested for manspreading, I think, are going on news aggregate information. I do not believe that is actually what happened. I haven't actually seen the court case for it, but the reason I'm skeptical of it is there's no specific law against manspreading, and arresting someone for that, it does not seem right. From the accounts of what happened, there seemed to be more to the story than just 2 guys arrested for manspreading. So I even think Sargon of Akkad got it wrong this week in Stupid. I do believe that's inaccurate. I can't say definitively it's inaccurate because I haven't looked into it fully, but something makes me raise my eyebrow about that story
right
in the
there,
way it was reported.
It wouldn't last in a real court of law. I mean, they could do this and stuff. They could arrest a person, have them charged and convicted, but that person could also appeal to a higher court, even to the federal
Let's put it this way.
jury.
In New York
The
City,
problem is,
they went-
Leon. The problem is, Leon. There's no there's no charge of
No,
manspreading.
there isn't.
There isn't, but the thing is, in NYC, there's an issue going on about people being arrested for no apparent reason, other than the fact that they piss off an officer.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the police search and frisk?
Yeah.
Oh, that was overturned, and I'm split on that issue because on one hand it was shown to reduce crime, and the reasons they got rid of it were playing the progressive stack. On the other hand, there was an actual conspiracy going on with the police officers to censor some actual Fourth Amendment violations. So I'm split on that. I have to do some more research.
Yeah, because there was
seizure, unlawful
because there
search and
was
seizure, yeah.
there was issues where people were kind of practically getting their civil rights violated, and they were being arrested for no apparent reason because there were rumors going around that that if they don't arrest people and don't make their quota, they lose their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like the biggest rumor of what happened or why they did that. They probably arrest those 2 because they weren't making their quota.
All right. Porcelain Chips says that it was part of an manspreading was part of an overarching collection of charges. I'd like to see a primary source on that if you can provide it. If you can't, that's fine. Like I said, I can't definitively say that is not the case. That could be the case, but again, it's really something that makes me scratch my head because maybe in the write-up they wrote down they were manspreading, like the police report, but that can't be an actual charge in of itself as far as I know, unless I missed something. In which case, I will retract what I said. But
I'm not really sure yet. It's a dumbass law, and right there, I would take it to the federal court, do a lawsuit, and bring it to the federal court.
Well, the thing is, I think they were arrested for some kind of disturbance, which is an actual charge. It wasn't like they just caught manspreading and that was it.
Yeah,
I do think that the guys in question were actually, I do think that they actually did something that was considered a crime, which is why they were arrested. And this is why my eyebrows are raised at the story. I don't think that's an accurate depiction of events that happened. The media used the phrase manspreading to draw up clicks from people knowing that people will be outraged by it. Yeah, that's what I think happened.
And all manspreading is just women trying to shame men, like they always, like these feminists, these third wavers. I'm not even calling them feminists because that'd be shaming C.H. Summers and
I wouldn't even.
But I'm just saying. I wouldn't. That'd be shaming.
I believe the most accurate term for these people are shitheads.
Third wavers.
No, shitheads more accurate.
Yeah, shitheads. But I would say, but I have to say this to everybody. To call them feminists would be an insult to people like C.H. Summers and Anne Rice, and a lot of other women that fought during like the early 1900s. You'd be shaming those
my
people.
Stance on identifying as a feminist label, it doesn't mean anything. It just means you self-identify as a feminist. That's all it means. All it means is that it's a self-defeating thought cliche.
Family Guy did an excellent episode on feminism back in like 2000 or no, like the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was I Am Peter, Hear Me Roar, where I think it was 2002, where it ended with Lois saying to Gloria Ironbach, she said to her, "Feminism is a choice, and I choose to leave and not talk to you," and she insults her like that, and it ends in her and Gloria Ironbox getting into a fight to the death.
Okay, yes, Porcelainship says, I don't have the link, but what I heard was they were removed for a series of issues and bystanders / police mentioned something about manspreading at some point. It was not the main reason. That makes a little bit more sense.
It wouldn't be. If it was like they were drunk, public disturbance could mean anything. Public intoxication.
Yeah,
public intoxication, grabbing people. Yeah, it could mean a lot of things.
But New York handles it differently.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it can mean a lot of things. You could be publicly intoxicated.
Grabbing your balls in front of public and trying to...
It means a lot of things. It could mean
throwing a middle finger at them, insulting people, anything that could be considered...
Exposure, yeah.
Exposure to your balls, yeah.
It can mean anything, and
it could be anything like the guy could show his cock in front of you, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So all we know is they could just have said manspreading like that, but they were probably if it was just manspreading, that wouldn't be much of a serious charge. But if it would have been, but what I think it could have been something like indecent exposure, public intoxication, taking an illegal substance in public, like smoking marijuana. I think it's banned, or smoking a cigarette on the subway. I think that's
or have drugs with them.
Yeah, drug paraphernalia, stuff like that. It could mean a lot of things. So
I honestly don't know what's going on with.
I'm just saying, you guys actually got arrested. I'm not going to know until I get further information on it, but there are so many
manspreading and accidentally showing his nuts in public. That's pretty much what happened. Probably what happened.
Well, the most interesting thing about
wear underwear.
The most interesting thing about manspreading was the counter claim to it, which was women bagging. Where basically the whole thing about manspreading was it started as like something that feminists were talking about in the Tumblrs. And then people took that to take photos of men spreading their legs, and they called it manspreading. And then what happened was people were pissed off, so what they did was they found pictures of women who had too many bags and put them on the seats. So it became like a sort of feelings war, so to say. It was really just another example of like call-out culture just like feeding into itself, and it's apparently been driving news clicks and hits. So it's a case of
I think most people need to understand that manspreading is just
It's a stupid term. I reject the concept. Don't use it.
Yeah, it's like a woman should be allowed to spread her legs out.
No, these.
I think some women should be allowed to spread their legs out, so women spread their legs out.
I don't care what people do
I'm
with their
ending that
legs.
argument right now with just saying like this.
Yes.
It's a dumbass thing to do. It's just as stupid as mansplaining.
I know, it's just as stupid as
And all I have to
mansplaining.
say it like this, like for the instance of mansplaining, I'd rather be in the expertise of someone that is very smart than someone that listen to an argument from someone that's very smart than someone that's very stupid. That's how I have to put it.
I think it came from somebody that either was mentally disturbed by things, and because whoever wrote that from Tumblr must have been mentally disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of words like
manspreading,
mansplaining, I always think of like Ricky Ricardo, like with mansplaining. For instance, like Ricky saying to Lucy, he says, "Let me mansplain this to you." That's what I think of when I think of the word mansplain.
When I think of the word mansplaining, I think of an angry feminist. That's all I think of.
Yes. No, but I think of like Ricky talking to Lucy. So yeah, that's what I think. It's like it sounds like something out of a 1950s sitcom. It's a stupid saying.
Okay. Well, apparently, one example of this being reported is from Breitbart, and the headline reads, "War on Men, first arrest for manspreading on New York subway." Now, this title is obviously clickbaity, but what I don't like about this article and other articles I've seen like it is they say explicitly that they were arrested for manspreading.
No, they weren't. They were arrested for other things. They were arrested.
Right.
These I wouldn't try to defend these guys just yet. They could have been arrested for exposing themselves and a child being around. I mean,
no, I believe what happened was they caused a disturbance on a train that resulted in them getting arrested.
They could have been drunk. They could have started pushing people around. They could have been drunk. They could have like how I said before, a multiple of things could be arrested initially for a disturbance, and then it could be put under another category. I'm not sure manspreading or the setting of your legs apart over a distance could be considered a disturbance because.
Well, I'll look more into the story, and if I can find what I really want on this are some primary sources, because most of these stories don't have an actual primary source.
And one more thing I have to say about this before we move on, or if JT allows it, but one more thing I have to say is this. My final thoughts on this is this right here. If this happens to be true, shame on you, New York, NYPD, for focusing on stuff like this and locking men away for having their legs too spread far apart, and not for in jail cells and covering up officer time instead of having actual criminals thrown in jail. You should have those cells reserved for criminals, not people. I can't even get into it. It's stupid.
All right. Are there any more topics we want to talk about tonight?
I don't have much. I've literally talked about everything Gamergate related.
Well, I was gonna bring up the whole freaking thing, but you kind of went off topic. I was gonna bring up the whole.
Which one? We can go back to our previous topic.
The one about the hashtag.
Which one?
Too much white.
Too much white games. I wanted to go back to that one.
All right, go for it.
Well, here's the thing. There are games that do exist that do have minorities. The problem is they don't see it. They deny it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're trying to go after developers. Like, for example, they went after Daniel Vara over the whole freaking they want blacks to be represented, Muslims to be represented, Asians to be represented. But you know what? I asked Daniel Vara this. I asked him, "Are you going to plan on doing?" Here, I was going to offer a solution to the problem. Basically, you can put those things in there if you want to. It's called modding. You can actually mod.
Yeah, and here's come from an expert on Fallout and Skyrim modding. It doesn't take much to mod a game. I mean, if like for instance, new Fallout game, I expect there to be mods almost instantly when that game comes out. Of what I've known right now, and I'm waiting till the E3 press conference on this. It looks like it's going to be put on the Creation Engine, and with the Creation Engine, the Skyrim modders know every inch of that engine. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's better texture packs, better female packs. First pack that's going to come out is better female body pack, and then it's going to be the bug fix pack, patches and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be surprised at all.
Yeah, because right now. I asked Daniel Barrows. The game is called Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I asked him, will there be modding support for this game? And he said, yes, I will do that. And I actually asked him about that, and he did say yes. And that would solve the problem, because people complain so much to him about this issue that you can easily mod historical stuff in there if you want to make it your history. You can put all that stuff in there if you want to.
Let me tell you a mod about Skyrim. It takes place in they call them Nords and stuff like that. So it's like Norwegian culture basically. It's like a Scandinavian culture in Skyrim, and the entire area represents Scandinavia as a whole. That's how Skyrim is designed. But there are people that mod it and stuff like that. They modded. There's one called Tropical Skyrim that makes it look more like deserts and tropical forests and stuff like that. That rather than just, yeah.
Yeah, and also the fact that someone says, "Ooh, the hatred mod." Just wait. Yeah, I want to see a hatred mod. I want to put Ice-T in there shooting at people. And then put the Cop Killer soundtrack behind it. Cop Killer!
Oh, man. Okay.
Or maybe you can play as Ice-T, and the final boss could be Roguestar.
Man.
I can imagine Ice-T as in hatred. He'd be like, Cop Killer! Pfft, motherfucker, I will kick your ass.
Maybe if he's willing to laugh at himself, you could actually get into contact with Ice-T and just put his voice work in the game.
Yeah, I'd be like,
make it a charity, make it a charity thing, and just like I'm not sure if they'll allow you to the hatred mod makers to make it to sell it, but I want to make that a thing. I want to make that happen.
I would like to
either get Ice-T or someone who could do a good impression of him.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, I'm pissed off, motherfucker, and I'm about to bust a cap on all y'all white asses. Here we go. Brow.
Yeah, I've seen so many games that were just so offensive and so messed up, and all I have to say is this, regarding hatred. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really judge on its control schemes and stuff like that. But as for it being offensive, not even close. I've seen more offensive games. I played games like Hatred. I tried at one time JFK Reloaded. Those games should be considered far more offensive than Hatred, because, for instance, Postal 2, for instance, when somehow a fire gets started and stuff and people get hit by it and they're running around burning, they're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's like a horrible sound. It's like it almost scars you first time you're playing, like, holy shit, what did I just see here? I just played it for the first time a couple months ago. It's like, what did I just see here? Why are they burning like them? I'm like, oh man. And it's like, whoa. And I'm like, there is no way in hell Hatred could get this bad. That's why I played Postal 2. It's like, and JFK Reloaded, yeah, and JFK Reloaded, it's actually reliving the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That's how offensive that game could be. So why is Hatred anywhere near those two games?
It's a combination of things. It's a combination of people getting easily offended, and it's a combination of the hatred mod. Actually, it's a combination of three things. The first and foremost thing is spree shootings, mass shootings have been repeatedly and completely overblown by the media and given to public consciousness to the point where spree killers are the new serial killers. Yes. Second reason being there are people who are overly sensitive and overly offended, and the third reason being the hatred mod developers themselves deliberately drummed up controversy to create clicks. No, not to create clicks, but to sell their game.
Yeah, and a lot of people already reviewed the game, saying it's not the best game ever made, but definitely a fun game.
The consensus is it's not terrible, but it's not great. Which,
yeah,
okay,
it's true. But I'm not gonna buy the game because I'm just gonna like save my money for other things, and that's what you do is you save your money for other things. So yeah,
I might buy it if there's a big enough mod.
If it's like a Steam sale, it's like $5, $4 or something like that. Because let's just face it, Steam sales get so cheap lately. Like a $60 game could be $10 on one day. So yeah.
Last thing I'll say about hatred, GOG. This is a big seller. You caved into social justice and you lost.
And you
Learn from your mistakes. Don't ban a game because it's controversial. In fact, that's all the more reason to have it for sale because people want to buy this controversial kind of content.
Yes,
there's a market for it. Allow it for sale, and you won't go out of business. If you do this, and if you keep doing this, Steam, your top competitor, is going to exploit this. And the reason I say this isn't because I hate GOG, because I really love GOG and I want them to succeed. So I hope they learn from this mistake and they don't do this again. Because if they keep doing it, it will be bad for their business and they won't be able to compete with Steam. And then Steam will continue to have its stranglehold over the PC market. And I don't want that. So GOG, don't let me down. Godspeed.
Yeah, all I have to say is, like when it concerns GOG, it's like, come on, GOG, you guys don't give a shit about game. You guys should give a shit about like what games you sell and stuff like that. The reason why is you shouldn't cave into the people that aren't probably even shopping at your place anyway. They're not going to buy your games. These social justice warriors aren't going to go to your website. They're probably going to stay at Steam. They're not going to buy from GOG. I buy from GOG at times if the deal is good. I mean, there are a lot of old games on GOG that I buy that aren't on Steam. So you know what? I like Steam and our GOG in that way. But what they did here, it's like these people cave in to mob mentality, and we saw with Steam.
Because you know what?
Rule just like
you know what? You're right about one thing.
It's my choice. It's my choice. I don't censor.
You're right about this because the fact is they're not going to buy the game.
No.
Why are you going to cave into these people and tell? Honestly, just say to them, don't buy this game if you feel that this game offends you. Don't buy it. Seriously, why are you gonna cave into the people that get offended by this because of a joke?
Yep. Why?
Of a stupid joke which had nothing to do with anything that they'd done. You know, it's not your fault that it was in the game. It's just the developers.
And to all the social justice warriors that wanted to freak out over this game, all I have to say is this for you dumbasses.
Because the thing is,
if you don't like the game, don't talk about it, and the game will die.
No. Don't talk about it.
No, but I'm just saying
don't buy it.
But
don't
I'm just saying it like no. But I'm saying like this. Don't complain about the freaking game. Never complain about the game if you don't like it, because when you complain about it and you say this is outrageous and want to censor, people want to get it.
Yeah, and the fact that people are so upset with the game, you're making it out to be the game that people will buy it just to spite you because they don't give a shit what you think, because you become something of a moral hag. And that's the issue that people would have with you, because you're trying to tell people, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong. Why is it wrong?
Okay, do we have any more topics? Because
Yes, I was about to finish up on that one. The fact that these people want to say, oh, this game is offensive. I was going to say something, but you kind of interrupt.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. It's just, the thing is, they don't want to, you shouldn't have to cave into them. If you're a developer, you shouldn't have to cave into these people. You could tell them, look, ask them this question, are you going to buy this game? That's the question you should ask these people. Are you going to buy this game because this game is offending you? Then don't buy it. Because then you would have them to give that advice out to them and have a good reason to stand up for your IP or whatever.
Streisand effect. Enough said.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you're gonna censor the game because of a lot of people or a few people say they don't like it because it offends them, just tell them this. Like the guy from GTA 5, the president of Rockstar Games, he said, "Don't buy the game. If you feel that the game's offending you, don't buy it." That's the simple fact. You don't have to buy the game. You don't have to support the game because it offends you. It doesn't represent your race. It doesn't do anything. If it doesn't represent that you have or has any homosexual content in it, don't buy the game.
But JT, my feelings are hurt. You hurt my feelings.
Why?
The game should be banned. All right.
Yeah, and those feelings should. I know that it hurts their feelings, but come on, you shouldn't be trying to, hurt someone else's
don't
feelings.
matter when it comes to the free market. If you feel the game is bad, don't buy the game. End of story.
Yep, that's all I have to say.
And do we have any more topics? Because I have one final one introduced by the chat.
Go ahead.
If we don't,
go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Assuming this is the last topic, or do we have any more after this? Just checking.
Nope.
That'll be it.
Okay. Notch is fighting back against the social justice crowd. Apparently, he's done with the indie clique, and he wants to see a change happen in games journalism. He declared it dead on Twitter, and wrote, and I put air quotes.
Oh, Notch.
Yeah, Notch, the creator of Minecraft, who is well-renowned, well-known, has a lot of interesting opinions on things. Don't always agree. Sometimes I do agree. If you go to notch.net right now, I believe you can find an article of his called "In Defense of Publishers and In Defense of Publishers and Traditional Games Media," which I will link here in the side chat and then in the YouTube chat as well. And you can read it there. Go ahead and give it a read. It may take a little bit based on how much time you have. Just click on it, give it a read right now. My voice is feeling a little dry, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing.
This is Crash Course.
JT Leon, did you click on it?
Wait a second.
I'm going to go ahead and click on it.
Yeah.
Okay, Notch.net in defense of publishers and traditional game media. Okay, not game media. I game media.
Not game. It's game media, not game media.
Games media.
Games
media. Yeah.
Why isn't it coming up on mine? It won't move.
Hold on.
It's coming just fine.
Yeah, but it's the text. The text is kind of.
No, it's all there. All the text is there. All the text is there.
In defense of publishers, May 23rd.
All right, let me go ahead.
I clicked on it so many times.
No, you guys don't get. I'm trolling you.
Oh my god.
No, this is a troll, guys. Notch didn't actually write an article. It's a blank space. It's like when Milo wrote his article in defense of Feminist Frequency.
Oh, okay.
There's no defending. Is his point.
There's no defending.
I was thinking.
I get it now.
John, just so you know, I am very tired right now, so my mind is everywhere in every direction. So I can't really get my head straight. So, yeah.
Yeah. I just like the fact that Notch is blowing the fuck out of the current state of the industry, because it is a mess right now.
I love Notch for doing that. You know what? I like
a lot of people are upset with Notch, even though $5 billion worth it.
The only thing I don't like about that deal is he made it with Microsoft. I don't fault him at all for selling the game, because to be quite frank, after a year's development time, after the game was officially released, I don't think it was going anywhere for most part. I got about a year's worth of content out of that game, and after that, I'm like, this is just a waste of my time. I don't want to spend my days building blocks or whatever, and I just clicked it off, and I haven't looked back since.
I haven't played it that much. I play it every now and then just so I could. If I'm bored, I play it as an if I'm bored situation stuff. I have it up. I have my laptop up in the living room, which can handle Minecraft. Because my mom watches some kids that come over, and some of them love to play. Some of the kids love to play Minecraft. So I just said, like, you know what? I'll just leave Minecraft up there. I'm not playing it much. I'll just sign in on that computer so they can play it, and they won't bug my mom as much. So I just leave it on in the middle, and like put it on the kitchen table, flip the laptop on, and just say, "There, you can play that game, play Minecraft." It's like it's a good distraction tool for our parents. That's all I have to say.
It's not a
Other
bad
than
game
that,
at all.
No, it's not. It's a really well built
of-
game. It's
Yeah.
simple. It's simple. It has incredible mechanics. Or it has great mechanics. Not incredible, great mechanics to it. The physics in the game are built right. Yeah, it's actually a really well-built game. It's not.
The problems I have with it is the scope creep that the current developers of the game have partaken
Yes.
in. That
Microsoft
that I like adding witches to the game. Really,
they've had it for a while. It's been there for years.
end bosses,
You know what? The
other
end portal,
realms.
all I have to say about the end portal and the Nether, I like the Nether because it's actually fun. It's like it gives you something else to do. Hey, guess what? I built a massive castle, and I literally put I literally put almost 100 hours into one game walkthrough of it. And what I did was I just made this massive wall of obsidian, stuff like that. And I didn't know anything about the Nether and stuff like that, and I was fooling around, and I actually created another portal without even knowing how to create one. And long story short, I go there and
Die a lot.
Yeah, I kept getting killed because it's like, whoa, these guys are tougher than the other world. And all they did with Nether in the end, it's like the Enders. It's like
Unfortunately,
these guys are so annoying.
The problem with Minecraft is that it doesn't know what it wants to be. Like, Notch originally created the game as a survival horror, but it's a building game at its heart. The monsters aren't there. It's like the monsters are there. The combat in Minecraft is not very good. Like, you have, because the graphics aren't all that great. It's very basic. Like, I heard them talk once at a conference, like, we'll add this weapon, this would be cool. And they're like, oh no, but we'll add a longer melee weapon. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, if you really want, and the ways that they make the game harder is giving the enemies more hit points and making them tougher and spawn more. And to me, that's not necessary. And there's some really silly things, like you can hit a zombie for hours until it dies if you corner it. I always play in hard mode, so it takes a little while. But the point is, you can do that, and that shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't be able to do that. If a zombie shouldn't get stunned. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a gameplay feature.
Yeah, you have the combat mechanics are freaking annoying and stuff like that. And I agree. And Microsoft's like they want to make another Minecraft. That's why I don't like what Microsoft's doing. It's
if
like
they make another Minecraft, that's fine, but they really got to up the game with the graphics. They got to add triangular. They got to add more polygon type shapes.
Yes,
to it. That's my opinion.
Or they have to do something way different, like do something kind of like Rust or something like that.
No, I don't think it should be the next Rust. That's just my thoughts on that. Like, I'm not.
Rust
I don't have
crap,
but I do not have high hopes for Minecraft 2. I believe Minecraft 2 will be.
Microsoft wasted the billions, and Notch. All I have to say is, you jumped out at it at the right time when it was going on its decline. Microsoft, you made a dumbass purchase. That's all I have to say. Notch, I praise you on the money you made. Enjoy that $80 million house you outbidded Beyonce and Jay-Z for.
JT, any thoughts?
You know what? Let Notch believe what he has to believe. He's always on his own side. He's always been about indie developing. He's always been about supporting developers. He's a good person. Even though, yeah, he kind of messed up with that whole incident with the new policy they added in because of the fact that kids were basically spending money on perks online because of third-party servers. It wasn't his fault. It was just the third parties were taking advantage of these kids.
Yep.
They had it in that case. I don't know the details of that case, but I believe it was necessary for him to put those restrictions on it. And the way he went about it was very diplomatic, as opposed to someone like, say, Patreon. But regardless.
Yeah, and the fact that he could, you know, he could just make his own game. He could just make another game or start his own gaming press.
I
But
mean,
Mojang was his baby.
Mojang, yeah. Some people say, "Oh, Mojang, like the tile game." I'm like, no, it's called Mojang. It's way
Yeah.
different. And but you know what I enjoy about it? If Notch could make a game, I'm not sure. It's like Notch could just go in. Notch has the money to do whatever he wants to do now. So
There's some
the guy,
interesting discussion around the origins of Minecraft because Notch kind of based his model for the game on someone else's work. It's not really very clear who was the original originator of like the inception
Lego.
of Minecraft.
Lego.
If you want to go back that far, yeah, it's kind of a little. It's a bit of a
If
philosophical
you want to
stance.
think about it,
but-
if anybody would actually have a legal claim, in some sense or the other, it could be Lego. But
No,
other than
no,
that,
they would not because there's varying reasons as to why they would not. But it's too far removed and different. Is the short
But you know
version.
what? The only reason why I want to say this is because Lego Minecraft teamed up. So there, even before Microsoft took it, there was Lego Minecraft toys out there. I've seen them at the stores.
Right. And to get back to the original thing about Notch protesting against games
Yes.
journalism, this was inspired by that Polygon article where he said, "I don't like video games, and I don't want to even bother reviewing this game."
Yes,
So I'm just going to
Oh,
talk about.
yes. We already talked about that. I've talked about that so many times. It's like
Yeah.
all I have to say is this.
Actually,
I
no.
called
It may
him
have
out
actually
on-
been a
I called
response to
him
The
out on
Witcher,
Twitter.
but either way,
I called this jackass out on Twitter, and I said to him, "Quit screwing around and do your job." Like how I was always told whenever I had work. You know what I did today? Out in the hot 90-degree Montana sun, I mowed my yard, and it's a giant yard and stuff. And it was raining for the past few days. Grass grew really high and stuff like that. But you know what? I suck it up. I hate doing that type of thing. I hate going out in the sun. I hate being out in the sun. But I sucked it up and I did it. This guy, he was on the top. He was on the roof of a luxury hotel. He was eating puff pastries and drinking sparkling, whatever the hell it was. He was drinking cider or whatever the hell he was drinking, and he was talking to a friend about politics.
well, he is
And he
neo-Puritan.
could have been up there playing. He could have been up there playing Rock Band and then writing about his experiences he had with the game, saying, "Oh, there's these new features. The fact that they reinforced the drum set so it wouldn't break as easily." He didn't say that. Someone had to put in the comments in the Polygon article saying, "Oh yeah, and about all of the new features about the game." It's like, what new features were going on? You didn't say that, and they went like, "Oh, the IGN article said it like this," and they put in the comments. The comment
Really?
was more informative about the game than the freaking article, and that's
Yeah.
what I have a problem with this. And Notch is right for doing that. Troll.
Yep. And also,
Congrats, Notch.
Oh, I'm seeing something from Penny Arcade.
oh,
It's like a
Is-
screenshot.
can you drop a link for us to see? And I will also provide a link in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Here's the. Let me.
Copy, paste, drop.
Yeah, it's a screenshot of a comment someone. I think they did on.
I'm
Penny
putting this-
Arcade.
I'm putting this one on our Skype.
Okay.
Skype wall.
All right, that's a source from Twitter. Let me see if I can find a direct source to this.
All right.
Okay, Penny Arc. Oh, I have. Oh, it's right there. PNNY. PennyArcade.com.
Hating the player. The article is called "Hating the Player."
Okay, let me Google that.
Yeah.
PennyArcade.com.
Race.
Okay, there we go. PennyArcade.com/news. I'll find it there.
All right.
Hating
I
the
found it.
player. There it is. I found it.
All right.
Hatred really isn't a big deal. I don't mean like hating it. Don't do that. I'm talking about the game hatred, which is crazy pants. If you want to know about it, it's basically a twin stick shooter, which is whatever. I would never have known about it if there hadn't been such a breathless, plainly mercenary attempt to capitalize on the game's unvarnished, thoroughly amateur depiction of violence. That is sad. If someone is super good at hatred, call the police. And it continues onward. But basically, he just says it like that. This article's big.
Yeah, and that said that someone's super good at hatred, call the police. We have come to terms with the fact that people are going to make art about their worst impulses and games that are going to be where that happens sometimes. I can remember when turntables began to outsell guitars, and as digital tools of technology gets wider purchase, we're seeing it again. People who would have formed bands are going to form development studios now. Small, really fucking weird ones. And they are going to make punk, not the punk you like. They're going to make fuck you punk. And as it occurred to every other time, squares are going to take the bait. Let's see. The big part of the problem on the development side, they didn't flatter games media. What a developer is supposed to do is to give their violent, ironic cover or agree to pretend that it's deconstruction of violence. Or make the player wear a surreal animal mask, anything to elevate the piece so that the press can rub it in their faces like a cat bearing these.
Barring these, you'd
Barring
better...
these. Sorry.
Here's what's up now.
Okay,
we let anyone who can type create reality. I think this is a vastly superior to the old model, which would never have made my life of .jpeg encrusted excesses possible. But the reality the press created with their histrionics took a sort of middle-of-the-road, traditionally PG-bound retribution fantasy that would have languished on the highest, most out-of-the-way rock mount in a colo somewhere, and made the creators of that work a ton of money while also molding them into an icon of free expression in this medium. The gulf between their intentions and what they accomplished literally has no bottom. All right, does this continue, or is this single? No, that's the end of it.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's basically calling out the gaming press for being a bunch of whiny little bitches.
Yes, and that's true, because let's just face it, they have been whining.
10 articles from Polygon before the game was released.
And like how I said it like this, they agree with like how I put earlier. If they would have just shut up about this, game wouldn't have gone big, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same with us. If we didn't shut up about Anita Sarkeesian, she wouldn't have gone big.
No, she was. Yeah, but we didn't. We were talking about Gamergate and stuff. Anita Sarkeesian jumped in the middle of it and stuff, and she kept trying to push herself even further, just like Brianna Wu, just like Randy Harper, and the trolls kept feeding it, and then she had her little notoriety, and she got on CNN and stuff like that. Just as bullshit just kept happening, even more and more. All I have to say is she trolled her away. They both did. Her and...
I know, and people kept feeding into it, threatening her. It's like, whoever did that was an idiot.
I'm not sure if it was even her
or them.
Even a troll. I have a feeling it could have been from her. Anita... to call it the threat to the college that set everybody.
The FBI are investigating the story. If there was any possibility of criminal action being taken by that, they would find it. If there wasn't, then there's not an issue. As far as I'm concerned, it's old news. Especially
Brianna Wu not reporting her threats.
Brianna Wu is just another lolcow. Like, she's the funniest of all of them. She's like the head clown of the Clown Brigade.
I know.
All I have to say is they're no longer Anita Sarkeesian, in my opinion. She's no longer relevant, and
no, she is relevant. She's very relevant. The press has been promoting her for a reason. There's a big agenda being pushed out. Like she has an agenda. It's very clear. They're trying to push progressive politics. They need to be gotten rid of just as much as the gaming press does.
Yeah. But right now, McIntosh is.
And to clarify that statement, when I say gotten rid of, I mean they need to be they should not have the credibility or weight that is undue, because
they shouldn't have.
Nothing about games. They have no interest in the game sphere. All they care about is pushing an agenda. The only reason they have any relevance, the only reason why they even got into gaming at all was to push an agenda, and that was it. And they're basically they are astroturfers, and they need to lose their clout, and they need to lose their credibility completely.
I know, especially when we try to tell people about games that have minorities in them, and they seem to not acknowledge that.
And if the press did their jobs and they reported objectively on Nina Sarkeesian of what she's accomplished and what she hasn't accomplished, it would not shine a favorable light. If they're putting the truth first and then leaving their commentary to the side, that would solve the problem.
I've learned some about like the Time magazine thing. We've all known about this.
The
was more of a the top 100 thing on Time. There was more of a disapproval on that woman than there was an approval. So
the thing about that really gets me. It isn't that they chose to put Anita there despite the disapproval rating, because it's their magazine. They can do what they want, even if public opinion doesn't agree with them. The thing that gets me is, why would you ever have Will Wheaton, who's a lolcow in his own right, a guy who's written whiny Tumblr blogs about how he hates being white and how he hates being male. That's all he's done his entire career. And well, that's
plus he's a dick.
Plus he violates his own rule, which is don't be a dick on a daily basis. He does not live by that rule at all. Why would you have him write an article for you? And let's ignore the fact he's a dick for the moment. His writing is atrocious and terrible. The man cannot write. The man is not a good writer. So why would you have a commentary piece written in your article as a highlight?
All right. I got to interrupt here. I did find something else, another topic.
All right.
And I'm sorry that this article popped up. This is William Usher's website, I believe.
Okay. Is it the one on... Which one would that be? Let's go to oneangrygamer.net.
Yeah.
And I will also drop a link into the YouTube chat for this as well. Which one is it?
The CTRT continues investigation into the CBC over slanted Gamergate coverage.
Yes, I did read this.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't have much of any at the moment. My thoughts are good, because essentially what's going to happen is they're going to investigate the matter, and it sounds like they know that they did wrong, that they got their hands dirty. And Canadians don't exactly have the same First Amendment laws as we do, which in this case is a good thing because they have a clear guidelines and separation between news and just saying opinion. In their country, if you report something as news, there are certain standards and objectives you have to follow. Same thing with Australia, same thing with Denmark, and a lot of other places Gamergate has been covered internationally. Part of the reason why you don't get a lot of Gamergate coverage in mainstream media, because it's screwing over the foreign countries reporting on it, because they can't play a narrative. Because if they play a narrative, people are going to report to the right people, and they're going to start investigating them. And in this case, the Canadians, they're looking into this and like, this is really slower than it should be. These people aren't responding to our comments, and we're trying to get to the bottom of this matter, and they're not replying. And the more they don't reply, the more worse it's going to get. I recommend reading the William Usher's article on oneangrygamer.net. It's like the third article down. It's also linked in the YouTube chat. And yeah, it's a case of where they screwed up. They did a terrible job, as you'll remember. They said that David Pakman was a Gamergator, even though he's not even a gamer.
No.
Yeah, Pakman.
And he was reporting it objectively about us.
Not
really.
Well,
Not
it's
really.
hard. Well, he was being honest.
He's clickbaiter. He's doing clickbaiting stuff.
Clickbait. You know what? I actually
it's
agree with what David Pakman said in defense of his own clickbaiting nature. Clickbait isn't unethical. It's only unethical if it lies or misleading. Now, maybe I think
wasn't being lying.
The Vox Day video, that was misleading, I think. I think that one you're correct to call him out on. And he did change the title of the video to his defense.
Yeah, he did. He redeemed himself by changing the title of the video. He wanted to do it originally, but all I have to say is with David Pakman, I kind of forgave him by putting him against putting Chris Clue out there in a debate, because it sure made...
Good. It made him look like an idiot.
And you know what? And I talked to Mercedes after this, and Mercedes... I talked to Mercedes right after the thing, and we had her on off air after one of my streams about this, and she was talking about this whole situation. It's like, And yeah, it was like JT was there and he heard everything Mercedes said. She just said, this guy is just, yeah, she was so
Completely
disgusted.
unprofessional and completely disingenuous.
Yeah, he was what he accuses all of Gamergate of being.
Yeah.
A
But back to the
douchebag.
CBC piece, the videos that they did on Gamergate, of course, complete lies.
Yeah,
You know the drill. But in
Canadian
this
laws,
case, they have laws they have to adhere to. And if they violate those laws,
broke it.
they'll have to issue retraction. They will be forced to issue retractions, and they'll also get fined by the Canadian government. So that will be pretty sweet to see. It will also break apart the media narrative that's been going on around about gamers are misogynists.
Mhm.
Yeah.
By the way, have you reached your daily quotas of harassed women today?
No.
Nope.
Don't make me report you to the council.
Yeah, the Illuminati. The Illuminati's going after me, aren't they? I'm getting punished by the Illuminati. I have to say it like this.
No. You'll have to deal with their enforcement arm of Gamergate. Like a man in green will come after you.
I talked to Manning Green about that whole incident.
He's cool.
I even did yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a
It's
good
a
guy,
shame.
yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame that he got screwed over by that whole article.
Yeah,
because
but
technically he's not the leader.
It's water under the bridge. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's nothing else. It's just like you could be.
It's a combination of BuzzFeed being stupid and A-Team going a little too far.
BuzzFeed,
and that was actually worked out, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even consider BuzzFeed. Basically, I wouldn't even consider them reputable anymore. They haven't been reputable in years.
No, they haven't. And the main thing that BuzzFeed does is they steal content from other websites.
Yes, and I have to. Yeah,
People should be suing them. I don't get this. How can they continue committing blatant copyright infringement? In fact,
they're not like they used to be. I mean, I remember all these websites like GameStop, BuzzFeed, all these websites a long time ago, back in the good old days of the internet, because I'm 25 years old. I remember the internet back in the early to mid 2000s, where it's like I
remember the internet back in the 90s.
I do too. I remember using American Online and stuff like that. But just all this in general, it's like they're saying buzz people on these websites. It's like saying oh, we hate. I can't think of the word. It's like it's leaving my mind right now when I think about this.
Basically, BuzzFeed is a piece of shit.
Yes, they used to be good. They used to be good, but now they're just not.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
I would just.
They're bad. They're bad at writing. They're good with YouTube though.
Yeah, they do some funny videos every now and then. They'll do a good video. I'll praise every now and then because you do a good job. You'll
funny.
What?
Cracked, which is just as bad, except Cracked at least doesn't commit copyright infringement. But Cracked, which is just as bad, keeps on calling out BuzzFeed on a regular basis, and that's just, to me, is just hilarious. Hello, Kendall, eat pot.
Yeah, I know. They just keep doing that too.
Yeah. And I think Crack needs to go away because they've essentially made themselves a little hugbucksy, social justicey, feel-good hugbucks, and that's all they are, and always and ever will be.
Same with NeoGaf.
Yeah, NeoGaf went down
Neo,
before all this, frankly.
NeoGaf's been screwed over for a long time now, so.
Yeah, they won't be going to E3 this year.
They won't.
Right.
Oh.
They haven't been going since 2013.
It's good.
Hilarious.
They don't need to be.
They have no business getting press passes. If they want to pay on their own dime, let them pay $1,000 per pop plus travel expenses.
I've always wanted to go to E3, but then I look at the price. It's like I would rather not.
It's
pay
overhyped.
that much money. It's like
it's for rich people, dude.
It's for people.
All right.
Where either they've been in the industry for a long time, or they were born with the silver spoon in their mouths.
Or E3 thinks they would
Yes.
get good publicity, which is why individuals from that guy with the glasses have been getting E3 passes, at least in the past. I doubt they're going to get any this year. Maybe with the possible exception of Angry Joe. But if we talk about that guy,
that's fine. That's fine. Well, we're gonna have to end this show.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. I know this probably was boring long chat that we had.
Can I have a shilling moment?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Let me get the thread. There is as mentioned previously in the stream, there is an email operation to contact Gawker's partner, Outbrain. And basically, they've been violating all their guidelines. So I recommend.
Yeah, they actually did. They actually showed porn.
Yeah, it's not.
They showed.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
There's a whole list.
They wronged one celebrity that I wouldn't even want to.
Do you want to hear the most recent example?
What?
They accused they published allegations that Chris Christie was in a gangbang porno, which was completely false.
Oh,
it's funny. It's funny. I'll admit it's funny, but you don't report that shit as news. You don't. You don't do that. People are going to notice. It's not going to be good for your brands, and it's not going to be good for your affiliates that you work with.
Rename their channel to Weekly World News.
Right.
I would send this over to I'm gonna probably send that video to.
I would send that article to the Young End. It's like, guess what? They're doing your job for you.
No, I'm gonna go to Gawker and send this video to them. A link to a video that I just saw.
Just do it. You know
Just
what?
do it.
You know what? You know that one that you showed me of Just Do It during like the one from HN, the video Just Do It during the private that video other video. I don't want to go.
Of Mattress Girl.
Yeah, Mattress Girl's video with and Shia LaBeouf.
Mattress Girl.
Let me tell you something about this right here. That Just Do It. How Gawker and Jezebel are, they'd be like, Shia LaBeouf is in a porn right there, and it's how Gawker put it. It's like Shia LaBeouf stars in a rape reenactment. That's how they would put it. Mm-hmm. That's how they would put it. They would put it like that, and it's
I think I'm gonna do it.
No, Gawker's a terrible news site, but they make a good satire website.
Yeah,
I know. I'm gonna go ahead.
Satire. That's the problem. They're news, and they have a hole in the gaming industry with Kotaku.
I know. I'm gonna go ahead and because I know they're not gonna report it, but I like to see if they report it anyways because there is a video that almost looks like Zoe Quinn is giving a blowjob to some guy.
Don't.
Send emails, faggots.
Yeah, send emails. I'll give you guys the links. We'll probably send it to Gawker just to see how they react to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting really tired, so yeah, we should end this pretty soon. I am. It's 1:30 where I'm at.
It's posted on HN's GG Revolt, so go ahead and find it. I can't link it, but go ahead and go to GG Revolt and find out for yourselves. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I'm JT Vega. Good night.
Good night.